A dream that I've always had is having my own talk show, and guess what? I made that happen. Let's go.
Live from the heart of Virginia, it's the Darius Owens Show. Here we go now. Yeah, let me tell you now. Here we go. The Darius Owens Show. Now, here's Darius.
Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Shout out to my best friend Xavier Forrest Wolf. Come on! Welcome to season 4 today. I'm so excited to be back, and I can't believe I'm back after like 3 months of not being here, and I have so much hot tea stories for you today. Joe Biden is finally in cancer treatment, so he's coming out of the cancer and stuff. I have an exciting guest later, my ride or die, so you know that's exciting for me. And guess what? It's time for the most iconic time of the show, the hot tea. Hit it! Come on! Back for season 4 of the Darius Owens Show. I'm so excited to be back, and I know you're like, where have you been, Darius? I've been gone for like 3 months, but listen, I've had a situation in my life. Don't ask what it is. A lot of people know, but a lot of people don't. My family doesn't know. My friends know. Most of my cousins know, but I don't like to tell a lot of my business to my family and stuff, so I've been going through a little healing and stuff, and I feel a lot better now. Although I have attitudes from time to time. I'll get an attitude, and I have very little patience and low patience, but hey, I'm back on the show with a sexy outfit. And out of these whole 4 years that I've been doing my show, and mind you, I started this entire show thing back in 2020. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know how to set up lights, didn't know how to set up that display back there and stuff. I didn't know anything about that stuff, but now I am so excited to be back. I don't think I've ever been this excited to be back on a show, and a lot of people are like, this is just YouTube. Let me tell you something. I want you to get up here and set all these lights up and wake up at 5:30 in the morning to do all of this. But mind you, I set up all the stuff last night so it could be easier on me today. And I have a special guest coming up today. And guess what? I want to shout out to my best friend, Xavier Forrest Wolf. Me and Xavier have been friends, although I like to think we've been friends, but he has mutual feelings about me at the moment. But anyways, let's get into the hot tea, the most important part of the show. So this Tesla worker sued the company for $51 million, okay? Now he's claiming this robotic hand hit him. His name is Peter Hinderboger, and he says that the thing that hit him had an 8,000 pound weight on it. See, when I saw this story, I was like, this is why we don't need robots in the we don't need robots in 2025, and I know a lot of people that were born in 1970 and stuff like that. They're like, by the time 2025 is here, they're gonna be robots and all of this new technology stuff. I know it's 2025, and I know we have self-driving cars and stuff, but we don't need this right now. This is why he's injured right now, and he's probably gonna try to sue the company, and he's not gonna get any money because, when you work in factories and stuff like that, you usually have to sign a contract that's like, if I get hurt, it's not on the company and stuff like that. So 8,000, oh well. So Jason Derulo, I haven't heard about Jason Derulo since like 2019 when he posted that dick picture and stuff in the water and stuff. But anyways, he was on this stream with this Twitch influencer. His name is Mizkiff. Now, I'd never heard of this man, but I watched the video, and during the stream, Mizkiff claimed that Jason's job as a singer is easier than streaming. I have my thoughts on this, but you gotta take a look at the video first. Take a look.
This guy, am I right? Like, really thinks he could do my job for 8 years.
What is your job?
Bro, I hear you make your songs in an hour. Like, do you know how long it takes me to...
Damn. But it took me 20 years to be able to do that.
Me too.
To play video games? You've been streaming for 8 years.
Yeah, but it took me a long time to do it.
I feel like I'm streaming right now. I feel like we're all streaming.
Okay. ChatGPT, make me a song. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's like, that's how... Wow.
My opinion, I think Mizkiff is in the wrong because, he says that being a singer is easier, but I'm like, you have to build the beats and you have to do the vocals and stuff. And like Jason said, anybody can stream, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people can't do what I'm doing right now because they don't have the knowledge and skills that I have. I've been doing it for 4 years though, Like Jason said, he's had to build that, it took him a long time to get to the level that he's at now too. But anyways, can you take a look at the video again because my teleprompter is acting a little crazy. Take a look at the video, just maybe 5 seconds of it.
This guy, am I right? Like, really thinks he can do my job for 8 years.
Do you like the new hair, by the way? Anyways, so Britney Spears has taken to the internet that her knee snapped out of place. Now, according to her, she was at her friend's house and she claims it snaps out every now and then. Now, Britney, if your knee is snapping out every now and then and you're just saying it like it's casual, I don't think you need to be dancing and getting on Instagram like you do. You know, you go on Instagram looking crazy, you don't have makeup on, and when you're a celebrity like that and you have a platform where everybody loves Britney for the pretty Britney that she is, I don't think you need to get on Instagram looking crazy like you are. They have, you know who I'm talking about. They have WW locked up, but they don't have Britney locked up. And Britney was in the same situation as my WW. But you know, Britney's first injury was back in 1999 when she was training for her Sometimes music video. Here's a picture of her and this black man is carrying her. And she looks like she's enjoying being handled by a black man in this picture. I've never seen Britney with a black man, you know, maybe it's just because I'm young, but I've never seen her with a black man, but she looks like she's enjoying the handlement right here. But anyways, Chloe Bailey is saying that she's getting back into her music game. Now, she hasn't posted a song since April of 2024, and who cares about Chloe Bailey? Now, she went to Instagram, one of her beats she's practicing on, she posted it. Take a look. You know what? I think you need to keep on paying your beat makers. And what is all of this neck movement? You're doing all of this. There's no beat that requires all of that. But Chloe, to each their own. So Joseline Hernandez is saying that she's clean off of drugs, but she went off on her Cabaret girls the other day. Now take a look. This doesn't say clean to me, but take a look.
I'm not going to fight y'all hoes. You know why? Y'all hoes ain't shit to me. I would never fight none of y'all. Y'all is nothing to me. Y'all in my shit. Y'all is broke. Y'all don't own a house. Y'all don't own nothing. Y'all don't own no land. Y'all don't own no intellectual property. Y'all don't own no music. There's nothing y'all own.
Joseline, then you had the nerve to go on Wendy's show asking for your flowers on her show. Joseline, you need to give those girls her flowers because you remember when you went on Wendy's show, you tried to claim that Wendy doesn't give girls of color their flowers, but now you're going off on all these black people. I don't see one white woman in there. But anyways, whatever. So Joe Biden is finally recovering from his prostate cancer. Now he's in radiation now, and this radiation is expected to take 5 weeks. So Joe Biden, congratulations on that. And why can't Trump get cancer? I know it's a bad thing to say, but it's all the good people getting cancer. And I know a whole lot of people don't like Joe Biden for a lot of things that he's done, but why can't the people that deserve cancer get it? Anyways, it's about time that somebody's stopped Adam Sandler from looking homeless. Now, Adam and George Clooney was out the other week, and George convinced him to start dressing more formally. Now, this is a real friend right here, and Adam went to the red carpet the other week for once in a suit. So, Adam Sandler, congratulations on going out in a suit, and George, I'm glad that you're being a real friend to him because, you know, Adam's been through a lot. He's been in the movie industry for a lot of time, but you've never seen Adam dress nice and casual and formally, you know? So I'm glad to see Adam in a suit, and congratulations. So it's a rumor going around that GTA 6, the official trailer for GTA 6 is supposed to be out next month in November. Now, we could have had 19 trailers by now. Donald Trump has gotten back in office. I've graduated high school, and I've been through 12 bottles of NyQuil, and y'all are just talking about a trailer. I don't even think we want GTA 6 anymore. There's so much stuff going on in the world right now. There's so many things going on in the world right now that it's like, why are we just getting a trailer for GTA 6? I don't care about GTA 6. By the way, I'm trying to sell my PlayStation 4 as we speak because I'm tired of looking at it. Like, I have GTA 5, but when I got it, it's not the same as it is now, you know? But anyways, take a look at what they're talking about for this.
These are activities like pool, swimming, hunting, dirt biking, snorkeling and scuba diving, car washes, mini golf, kayaking, tennis, and basketball, as well as fighting or working out in gyms.
Honestly, I don't even know if this trailer is real. It's so much stuff going around now. It's like you don't know what is real and what is not real. But anyways, moving on to a sadder story, but not really sad in the circumstances. So Rolling Ray's cause of death has finally been revealed. Now, they're saying that it's natural causes. I'm saying from Darius that maybe if a guy didn't walk around in makeup and stuff like this, he wouldn't even have died, you know? The makeup and stuff, makeup is not meant for men's skin. And I know a lot of people are like, Darius, you literally wear wigs. Let me tell you something. My wigs look natural. And I don't know if you believe that they look natural, but I believe that they look natural. And that's why I wear them. Rolling Ray was out here wearing makeup and lipstick and lip liner and eyelashes and lace, you know, and the colors and stuff. That's, I don't want to say the word, but that's, I don't even feel bad for him dying. So here's the big story. Ben Affleck and JLo reunited last week in the New York premiere of the Spider Something movie. So Bennifer is one of the actors, and this is one of the first times that they've been together in the public since they were discovered, well, since they divorced last year, you know. I'm like, who cares? Ben Affleck and JLo, if they're back together, they're back together. But the way Ben Affleck was trying to get away from JLo so much, and now they're hugging and, you know, all up on each other. Ben, were you really trying to get away from her, or did you just want your fans and stuff to think that y'all weren't together anymore? But, you know, this couple is like Justin Bieber and Haley, for example. I feel like this couple is one of those couples, they're gonna have problems, they're gonna go through things, they're gonna break up on and off and stuff, but I don't think this couple will ever actually officially separate, although that they say that they've divorced. I don't think that they've divorced, you know. They're out together and they might even be still living together. We just don't know because the paparazzi isn't being called. And yes, I said called because paparazzi doesn't just show up. Paparazzi doesn't just know where a celebrity is. You have to call paparazzi, So Kamala Harris, she tried to tell you everybody, but anyways, she was on her 107 days tour the other day and she was saying that people, I don't know how to say it, but Republicans are basically trying to make people feel like they're losing their minds. And she said, these MFers are crazy. Take a look.
Because there's so much about this moment that is trying to make people feel like they've lost their minds. When in fact, these are crazy.
Now, her memoir, 107 Days, covers her presidential run. In the book she calls President Biden his run that he was gonna do again reckless. And you know what? I don't blame her, but they let Trump back in, so. Anyway, so Offset was on Keke Palmer's podcast last Tuesday. And you know, Offset and Cardi B, now they were married for 7 years. This is something that I didn't know because, you know, I just thought they were together for like 3 or 4 years and I didn't even know they were married. This is news to me. But during the interview, Keke asked Offset about, you know, their marriage and stuff. And Offset admitted that, you know, he should have respected her more and that he wasn't a good husband. Take a look.
Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently? Or that you regret? Or that you know?
I should have respected her way more. You know what I mean? I made bad decisions as a man, like stepping out, like, gotta take that on the chin. Like, that's why when she left, I had to take that on the chin. Cause like, I could have been we got so much our kids to live for. I was being selfish, you know what I mean?
No, Offset. Keke doesn't know what you mean because she was the one being beat and cheated on her last relationship, so here we go. I'm sure everyone knows about this penis song that Taylor Swift made about Travis Kelce. Well, anyways, Travis was on this podcast the other day, and for all of the people that say I have a podcast, I don't have a podcast. This is a talk show, a full production. When somebody gets here later, they're gonna see the full production that I produce. But anyways, Travis was asked about the lyrics, okay? Now, Travis is saying that he thinks fans don't really get the base of the song and they don't really understand what the song was meant about. Travis, the song literally says, red wood ain't hard to see, you know? I'm like, Travis, just give it up. We know that you and Taylor are f***ing. We know that y'all are out doing stuff. We know that Taylor has seen, you know, down there, and it might not be big, but anyways, Travis, just say it. This is why I like Wendy Williams, because, you know, celebrities nowadays, they're not like Wendy was. Wendy was out there telling all of her business and stuff. Anyways, did you see this 60-year-old woman that was at Disneyland and she died at that Holly Mark what is it? She died in this, basically it was like a haunted house ride and she died in it. Well, allegedly she was pronounced unresponsive as she was getting off the ride. And I'm like, how do you pronounce someone unresponsive when they're getting off the ride? How are they getting off the ride and unresponsive at the same time? Because if you're getting off the ride, you're physically getting up, you know? So how is she unresponsive if she was getting off? And they say that she was pronounced dead at the hospital, but I think they had already made their decision with all these boxes that they're carrying out on her. Look at the boxes. I mean, she's just rolling through and anyways, yeah, that's her going through. They've got her on that little stretcher. I don't think they made that decision when she got to the hospital. She was already dead as the way they had those boxes on her head. So, Sammy Sheen went on her Instagram account the other day and posted about her plastic surgery, and she posted this picture from 7 years ago and she's thanking God for plastic surgery. Now she's got extensions, lip fillers, eye surgery, and all of this stuff. And when I first seen this picture, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a trans man. It doesn't even look natural to me, you know? It's like, there's so much plastic surgery that you could have gotten. You could have got a tummy tuck, you could have got a booty, you could have got anything, but you decided to mess with your face and now you look like a monster. You look like a man. You look like a, you know, you look like a trans man, like I said. So if you're proud of your face, I'm proud of it, but it doesn't look good in my opinion. So Billie Eilish was at this concert in Miami the other day. Now she's just walking through her concerts and stuff. And you know, Billie Eilish, I love Billie because she's one of those celebrities that she's gonna meet her fans. After her concert or before her concert, she's gonna go through the crowd and she's gonna shake hands and she's gonna do the little hand toss and grab and stuff. But Billie's not gonna keep doing that if fans keep treating her like they're treating her. At first, she got a teddy bear thrown at her on the stage. Then she had a necklace thrown at her. And you know, it may not seem like a teddy bear will hurt when you throw it on a stage, but if a person with enough force throws it at Billie, it's gonna hurt. Now, the fan, when she was in Miami the other day, the fan grabbed her and yanked her. Take a look.
Oh my God!
Now, if Billie Eilish would have hit her back, she would have been charged. Billie's face at the end looked mad, and I don't blame her because Billie literally got yanked. And I think Billie's security need to be checked because the way they let her get yanked, and they let her get yanked for I mean, I know it was only like 4 seconds, but as a celebrity as big as Billie Eilish, you would think that her security would be on it, pulling her and grabbing her and beating the man or woman that grabbed her. So Stranger Things 5, everybody, is set to release next month on November 26th. Now, this is my birthday. I'm so excited for Stranger Things. And Stranger Things, as I've told you in my past season, I can't believe this is season 4 again, but Stranger Things is one of those shows that you see on Netflix. You know, when you go on Netflix, it opens, da-doom, and it shows you the previews of all the shows. You see Stranger Things, you're like, I don't think I'm gonna be into that. I don't think I'm gonna like that and all this stuff, but I was one of those people because I happen to be one of those people that I'm like, I don't like a lot of stuff. I like horror movies and I like comedy movies. I like Tiffany Haddish and The Conjuring and Insidious and, you know, movies like that. And I'm a big fan of horror comedies, but I'm one of those people that don't like a lot of genres of movies, or I don't like a lot of weird stuff. I don't even know what the genre of Stranger Things is, like suspense or drama. But anyways, it's set to drop on November 26th. I'll be 18 finally. I'm not doing a birthday show this year. I don't need all those balloons. I don't even think I'm doing a Halloween show this season, only because the set looks great right now. I don't need pumpkins and stuff, and you know, I'm sexy as I am. I don't need other stuff to make me more sexy than I already am. But anyways, that's it for all the hot tea, and up next, I have my ride or die. Paris, don't go far, and we'll be right back. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. Hi everybody, so we're back with my cousin Paris, and like I was telling you, she's my ride or die, but by the way, when we first met, me and Paris didn't like each other. She thought I was a bitch. I thought she was annoying. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't like me. What did you used to call me?
Nothing.
Can you please just say it?
Nothing.
She used to call me a bitch, everybody. And can you tell them why you used to call me a bitch?
Because he used to act like one.
Why did I used to act like one?
Because he thought he was better than
All right,
everybody.
but now I'm sexy and gorgeous. But back then when she used to call me a bitch, I had this acne all up here, bumps like this one person I know that lives up the road. But anyways, I'm better now, right?
Yeah.
But now me and Paris, we hang out all the time. She'll call me. Sometimes I'm aggravated because, like she says, I have an attitude sometimes.
An attitude problem.
Oh, right. I don't have an attitude problem. When you call me, how do I act?
Stupid.
How do I act on a normal when you call me?
Stupid.
No, I don't. How do I answer the phone?
Excited.
Exactly, but then how do I end the call?
What attitude?
All right, because sometimes I just get aggravated sometimes because it's her. Anyways, but yeah, this is my cousin and we love each other now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm all sexy. She's in her pink and black and stuff with her boots down there, furry and stuff, looking gorgeous and sexy. Now we're both sexy and gorgeous. But anyways, the main reason she's here today is because she's gonna put me in the hot seat, and a lot of you know a lot about me, but a lot of you don't know the things that y'all need to know, because someone might wanna date me and y'all need to know how really dirty I can really get, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll be right back with the hot seat. Don't go far, 'cause guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back with the hot seat. She has all these questions. I've looked at some of them, but I want her to ask, so go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna start off easy. What's your mental state?
My mental state, everybody, is very off the bridge sometimes. Sometimes I want to jump off a bridge, and then some days I just want to be in nature and lovely. XFW. All right, continue.
Would you rather read your old texts with your crush out loud or let everyone scroll through them?
I'll let everybody scroll through them because, you know, I let people do that anyways. I'll give a stranger my phone. I say, here, just go through it. Don't I do that? Yeah, when we first met, I was working, never mind, continue.
Yeah, we're over that. What's the craziest thing you've done for love?
Craziest thing that I've done for love, everybody, is, let me see. Well, I'm not gonna say when I was in love, but after situations ended, I've drove through a person's neighborhood. I used to do it every Friday, all right? You don't have to shake your head on this one, but I used to drive through their neighborhood every Friday, just driving. And mind you, I wouldn't even go through the neighborhood in my car. I might have went through there in my car once or twice, but we usually go in her car, and we've stalked people. We followed this one lady all the way home. It's not funny. We followed this one lady all the way home. I take videos of her. She's following her. I'm taking pictures and snapping. Her license plate is UFW. Continue. Oh gosh.
What's your body count?
My body count is 3, everybody. I'm not a hoe. I'm 17. You know, you start young nowadays. Most people, they used to start when they were 19 and 20. Kids nowadays, they start at 12 and 13. I was in 2nd grade in the bathroom, hipping and hopping and all that stuff. But anyways, continue.
Have you ever had a crush on someone your friend or cousin was talking to?
I haven't had a crush directly on them, but I have said, oh, you know, I would sneak off with this person, or I would go to the movies. And you know, when you go to the movies, you don't go to the movies with a date to watch the movie. You go to, you know, cuddle and, you know, maybe take things further. I learned from this thing.
No,
I did.
Don't
I
lie.
learned from you. I
Don't
learned
lie.
from you because I wasn't this frisky before I met her. When I met her, I became real frisky.
Anyway.
Yeah, she taught me a lot of things because let me tell them something. She used to be with this man. His name was Antoine.
Cut the
All right,
before
okay.
I put you on blast.
All right, okay.
All right. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done that you're still embarrassed about?
The dumbest thing that I ever done, everybody, okay, I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I know a lot of people, they'll say, you were a child, you don't know what you were doing. I knew exactly what the hell I was doing. So I was outside, okay? My family, they weren't at home. This was before I had a key to people's houses. Nobody was at home, Paris. I don't even know if I told her about this, but nobody was at home. I had to shit, okay? I went in the woods and I sat down and I shitted and wiped my ass with the leaf. That's what I did. And there was nothing on the leaf. So I was thinking, there's nothing, there's nothing to wipe down there. I got home, pulled down my drawers, shit everywhere. That's what happened.
Okay. What's your most ridiculous childhood memory besides what you just said?
My most ridiculous childhood memory. Let me see. My most ridiculous childhood memory, and some people are like, maybe give him a chance, but fuck him, TC. His name is TC. He's my father. I don't even like this man. She knows all about TC. We were at the fair this prior year, and what happened?
He followed me and my brother to Food Lion.
Yep, he followed them to Food Lion. Then he walked up to me at the fair, asking questions, tried to get me to hold his newborn son. He's like 2 or 3 years old, whatever. But this son, he's gonna grow up fucked up because he has a fucked up father, So, anyways, I was younger. TC's friends came over to the house. This was when I was at his house. TC's always drunk. He's a horrible father. He's a terrible person. But his friends came over. I hid under the table. He dragged me under the table. I beat his ass. And I was only like 5 or 6. I was beating him. Me and her have fought sometimes too. That's why when we were in English class last year in Miss Long's class, we used to be fighting and arguing. And what the Miss Long used to tell us?
Stop.
And what did Miss Long call the class one time?
Cowards.
She called us cowards, everybody. That's Miss Long. Yup.
What's your biggest ick in someone?
My biggest ick in someone is acne. If you have acne, I don't even want to look in your face. There's this one boy that goes to our school. By the way, I have a friend. His name is Blake. She knows all about Blake. But Blake looks at this person, and Blake thinks this certain person is cute. And I texted Blake, because this person posted on Instagram. So I sent the post to Blake. I was like, and you think this is cute? Blake said, yes. I said, oh, okay. I don't like acne. I don't even want to look at acne because what if we're cuddling and smudging and, banging and all that stuff out? And what if a pimple pops on you? What if that happens?
All right, next question. Next question. I think you got a little too excited.
Okay, sorry.
Next question. What's the worst lie you've ever told and gotten away with?
The worst lie that I ever told was, okay, I was in school, right? I told everybody that I passed this SOL on my own, including the counselor and stuff, and I took the SOL in my counselor's office. She said, Darius, do you have your cell phone and stuff? I said, Mrs. Such and Such, you know her name. I said, I was rushing out the house this morning. I don't have my cell phone. I don't have anything. I don't have pencils. I just said I was rushing out the house and I didn't have anything on me. She walked out the room while I was taking the SOL. I was cheating and taking pictures and like this. And what did I end up doing after I cheated though?
Passing.
And graduated with her because, I wasn't really supposed to graduate with her, but she thought I was a bitch anyways, so.
Didn't care if you did
All
or
right.
didn't. All right. Last and final question.
Here we go.
What's the biggest secret you've ever kept from me?
Oh my gosh. The biggest secret that I've ever kept from Paris, I feel like she knows everything. I don't even know. You know most of my life, all right? One of my biggest secrets that a lot of people don't know, including this one person. It involves this one person, but I don't even know. I feel like she knows everything, right? This one person, we used to say we were best friends, but. All right, is that it?
That's all the questions.
All right, anyways, I'm gonna put Paris in the hot seat now. She wasn't prepared for this at all, but she's getting in the hot seat now. Are you ready? Yep, you're going in the hot seat. You didn't talk about this, we didn't talk about this, but you're going in the hot seat, all right? I'm not the only one that's going in the hot seat today. All right, so this is my cousin Paris anyways, all right? So Paris, what is your body count?
I don't have it.
You do.
I don't.
You have more than me.
I don't have
Like
it.
I said, guys, I learned from her. She's and banging and all this stuff.
I don't.
I learned from her.
don't do
By the
that.
way, she was with this person. His name was Antoine, all right?
All right.
Now, her and Antoine, they were together for 2 years. Something like that. They were together. Antoine hated me when we first met because apparently I said something to him in the hallway at school and he wanted to f me up, but he was f***ing her up, but in a different way.
That's not true.
It is.
Don't get on here
All
lying.
right, Paris, when was the last time you did drugs?
I don't do drugs.
You do drugs.
I don't do
Anyways, guys, she used to be a big weed pot smoker. I don't like that stuff. I don't even like vaping, but what do you do all the time when we're together?
That.
Anyways, we're hanging out. We're going to the mall. We're going out to eat, and here she is puffing. And that's when I get irritated. Right? Don't I get irritated? And what do I say to you?
Well, you stop that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we talk about the time that you got your license taken?
No.
Okay. Anyways, she basically got her license taken, but Now she's driving and flying up the road. Anyways, that was my cousin Paris, and we'll be right back with, what's the segment? The last sip. Don't go far. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. Paris was great. She's gone. She just flew down the driveway. Then she had to come back because she forgot her charger. But anyways, I'm so excited that Paris finally got the chance to come on my show. But anyways, now it's time for the last sip. I know I didn't do this last season, but this is basically what I used to do at the end of the hot tea, where I usually just spill on my life and what I've been doing. But anyways, let me tell you what I've been doing. So yes, I'm still watching Desperate Housewives. I'm finally on season 8 though, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Darius, you've been watching this for almost a year. Yes, I started it in I started it in January. It's October 13th to be exact, and I'm still watching it, but that's okay, I'm just a slow show watcher. But next thing I'm doing is I'm officially a wiggy, okay? A lot of people probably did think this is my real hair, but you know, I'm officially a wiggy, and my real hair hasn't been out in about a year now, and I know a lot of people are like, you're a boy wearing a wig, but let me tell you, men started the wig life, all right? Men started wearing wigs back in 18 something. I looked it up, I did a little research, but they started wearing wigs before women even wore it. You know, George Washington was like one of the first people. The next thing I'm doing, I'm over the dating life. I don't want to date anymore. I don't want to be on the apps. I don't want any of that anymore. I'm very peaceful, and when I wasn't doing this show, I was very in the dating life and involved on the apps and all that stuff. Now, I don't give a about dating, you know? I'm just being myself with the show, and that's my life as of now. But anyways, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. And there you have it. The first episode of season 4 is officially done. I'm so excited. This show is great to me. Thank you, Paris, for coming on the show. And thank you for all of the celebrities that make all of those crazy stories for me to talk about. I'm so excited that I'm back on my show, although it's a lot putting it together and stuff, and all the stuff that goes to put in the show. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's just a, you know, simple. No, it's not simple at all. It might look simple, but Paris can tell you it's a lot of maneuvering and moving stuff around, and then you got to edit and put all this stuff together. But now for season 4, I don't have to do all the titles and the thumbnails and all that stuff. I have somebody doing that for me, so it's a little easier on me. But anyways, I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you same place, same time next Monday, 7 o'clock. I love all of you for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Darius Owens Show. Bye-bye.